All right, welcome to part 8 of this multiplayer card game. Where we left off, the card player received a card. All right, so we've received the card. So now once we've logically been told what our card is, we need to put it in our hand array. So we're going to, I wonder if this will work. Array get next. I think it will. And this isn't going to be the final logic because, I mean, it should work for when we get our first deal, but if we draw cards down the road and we place cards, it's going to get a little bit more different. So our array is going to be cards in hand. And 0, loop event. We don't really, Yes? Yes. Put in hand. Drop the can of water. I don't need to reset right now, but I probably will down the road. And the result is going to be not array get next. Wait, maybe. Because there's no array set next. Okay, so yeah, let's array get next. All right, and then what we want is store current index. All right, so it's a bit weird because we're not actually going to be storing an item. I've never actually used an array get next action like this before. And so now we're going to put it in our hand. So now we're going to array set at, we got to choose our array, cards in hand, at index, current index, and the value we want to drop in there is we want the object, the card. Why can't we do that? Our cards in hand, what type of array are you? Your card scriptable object. All right, so let's just create a new, we shouldn't need to. The card is right there, object type, object, card scriptable object. Yes. How did that get changed? Right? Okay, so array get deck of cards, object type, card scriptable object, store the value as the card. Super weird. All right, array get next, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to array set the card. Huh, that was very weird. I'm not sure why that happened. All right, this is going to get hand index, and this is going to actually set card to index. Set card to index. All right. So let's just run that. Oh, we can't run that. Oh, we still have all these other ones open. All right, so I'm going to close all these. Close all windows. I'm going to pause and open them all again. All right, so I have 3 opened, or at least are opening. Let's go ahead and get the editor going. It should be player 4. Boom. Look at that. Cool beans. All right, so let me go find my player 1, which should be this guy. I'm going to shuffle, going to deal. All right, looks like we dealt. I should probably give some UI feedback there, like hide the deal button. All right, so I'm player 4. So I'm just going to come over here and look at my cards in hand. Look at that! We have cards in our hand. How cool is that? Do I also know what's in player 3? Is this locked? Yeah, player 3, I can see their cards in hand. In player 2, I can see their cards in hand. In player 1, I can see their cards in hand. And that's what's really important. See, I'm not the host here. My editor is player 4. I am a client, not the host. So I need to know what all the other players have in their hand because my computer needs that logic to make the game work. So we can all see what each other has. That's fantastic. All right, so now I can close all those. And next up, let's actually put them in our hand. So, card player. And let's do cards in hand. So we're setting it into our hand here. We have our hand panel. We have our card slot, which is an image. So we need... Oh, you know what? My cards in hand... No, that's fine. That's not what it was. So now I need... We're going to get child. I could put those in array too, but I don't think I really need to. Get next child. There's no get next child, is there? Get next child. Sweet. Let's see if that works. All right, so we're going to get next child of the hand panel. We're going to store this as next child. And we don't really need, I guess we do need a loop event. All right, so we're going to do, we'll call this set sprite as the loop event. All right, and so we're coming down here again. And we are going to, did we save what the child is? Yes, stored it as child. We're going to set image, UI image set sprite of the next child, but we need to get property. What is the sprite? Get property of the card, and the property we want is the card sprite. And I guess it's just sprite, probably. And then we're going to store this as card sprite. And then we're going to set that here. Come on now. I see the object there is a sprite. How come I can't set it here? Variables, card sprite, it's showing as an object. I need that to be Unity. Variables used. You want to change it? No. It's not an object. It's going to, yeah, my card sprite, I don't want to be an object. I want my card sprite to be a sprite. Add. So if I'm getting property of, can I store it as card sprite? Yeah, see, it's letting me use it. Card sprite. Okay. Card sprite. Weird that I had to do it in that way. I was confused. So I think it's just gonna work. Let's see if I can do this without having to rebuild it. Also, real quick, let's go to my deck. And once we've clicked, we're dealing. Let's game object, activate game object. We're just going to deactivate that button. All right, so what happens? Can I do this without other players? We'll see. It might not work. If it doesn't work, then we'll build it. So, all right, so I'm coming back here to my connection. I'm going to use my little cheat event. So hold down Alt to skip ahead. All right, what happens if I click shuffle? Okay, so I made a mistake. Let's go to the deck, and I put, where did I put it? I didn't want you there. I wanted you here. Not sure how I made that mistake. Move to top. I guess it's going to run every single time, but that's not that big a deal. All right. I could have put it in its own separate state, so it's not trying to deactivate it every single iteration. But I'm not too worried about that right now. I don't think it'd really cause that much of a performance here. So shuffle, deal. All right. So yeah, it didn't, it's not happy because I don't really have other players. If we come over here to cards in hand. Oh, that's another interesting thing. Because this is handling, the host either needs its own logic, or I need to rely on just the RPC. Because if we look back at, we'll just stop that. if we look back at the deck and we're dealing, we are also setting this property on our end. Array delete at get property photon view get idea bit string. But am I not doing that? Yeah, here we are. We're setting the FSM array item for that player. Really, what he should do is we should get rid of that. And rather than setting it ourselves on our broadcast, we should send it to all and not just others. So if we play now, and I get out of that, and I come down here, if I use my cheat event, shuffle, deal, it's still mad about something. But I feel like, yeah, so this is at least happening now. So, oh, it worked. But I forgot an action. So let's go back to the player. And let's go to the cards in hand. So let's, we need to visibility, set visibility. I think this works for UI objects. Specify next child, because I actually have them all the images invisible right now. All right, I have the images not on. See, I can turn it on. Oh, you can't see it because I have the whole thing. Yeah. So now let's hit play. And assuming I didn't just rush that and completely forget something stupid again, we're gonna come back in here, and once that's done, do that shuffle, deal, player one. What happened? Cards in hand. Oh, by default, it's resetting, and it's also not even setting invisible. Slow down, Philip. All right, Playmaker, cards in hand, set visibility. We want it on, don't reset on exit. All right, let's try again, see if this works. Play. All right, let's go to our cheat event, Alt-click, shuffle, deal. Still not seeing the cards. So why is that? Cards in hand. It's setting the next child to visible, but it doesn't work. So that's probably only works for things with materials. So we're just gonna have to do set property, I guess, on there. Playmaker, cards in hand. So the set visibility is not gonna work. Is there one just image? Image set. You know what I should have done rather than made it deactivated? Is I should have set its opacity to like 0 or something. But we're just going to set property. Of the, dang it. Gotta delete it and re-add it. We got a set property of the card, not the card sprite. The card, let's do that first. Set property, no, let's do it after. Let's do it even after set sprite, because it'll still set the sprite, even if the card's not visible. And so the property is, wait, what is the card? That's the card scriptable object. We want the next child. We want the next child. All right, we want a set property of next child, which is the card slot. Set property of, why can't I set property of the next child? Because it doesn't know what it is. Could be. Because we're getting the next child of the hand panel. Next child, it's a game object. So we want to get component. We need to get component of next child. And the component we want is, we got to store one first. And the component should be image. So we need to come over here to variables, and we need to create a new object. And it's the card image component. Pretty long name, but doing it anyways. So now if I go U down to Unity over, no, I want Unity Engine over, and then hit I. Let me go down a couple first. Then I over. I don't want the input system. I want to scroll down. Interesting. Is it in, you know what I can do? Let's just do this so I know what to look for. I'm going to come over here. Let's lock this. Go to the card slot. Drag the image down. And the type is image. Huh. Oh, shoot. What did I just do? Undo. Get rid of that. So get component. So if I come over here, variables, the card image component, object type should just be from image in here. Maybe it's not an object. Maybe it's just an image. Game object. No. Huh. Why is this so complicated? I want to get this thing, and it's an object type image. If I click here, where are you? Unity Engine. Maybe it's in UI. Maybe there's a UI section. I could have hit the letter U, but I'm almost there now. UI image. Yeah, okay. So let's do this again. Hold on. Undo. There it is. Card image component. Object type. U for Unity. Over. No. Unity Engine. Over. Then U again for UI. Over. And then down to image. Boom. Okay. So we want to get the component of the next child and store it as the card image component. Then we want to set the property of the card image component to... Oh, wait, which property? We want to do the sprite, right? Sprite. And we want to set that sprite to card sprite, right? All right, play. All right, come over here. We will hit this guy. We're going to shuffle. We're going to deal. Something didn't work. Unlock that. Player. Cards in hand. So you got the card sprite here. We're using UI image set sprite. Oh. So why didn't that work? So I really didn't even need to do. Oh, that should have worked. Why isn't that working? UI image set sprite. Why did I do all that get component junk? Why isn't it working? So player 1, canvas, hand panel, card slot 1. Oh, we were trying to activate it. Oh man, gosh dang. Y'all are probably screaming at me. I did the same thing twice. Cards in hand. My goodness. We want to get the component, the card image component. We want to set the property enabled. My goodness. All right. Come here. Cheat. Shuffle. Deal. Boom, baby. All right, so I think we can't finish this episode yet. That's tiny. It's not scaling to screen size. Why is it not scaling when I make that bigger? Oh, because I have it locked to 16 by 9. If I go free aspect, it's making no difference. Do I not have a scalable canvas on there? Lame. All right, anywho's, I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to build it out, and let's see if everybody gets their cards displayed. All right, so I should have everybody opening up now. All right, I don't know what player I am. Am I player 4? Yeah, looks like I'm player 4. So I'm going to come over here. One of these guys is number 1. I don't know which is. Let's just see if I can click shuffle and deal. And there we go. Oh no. Oh no. Something's not right. How in the world? What is going on? Well, in the next episode, we'll figure out what the heck happened here. So if you can't tell, everybody's showing the same cards, which is very strange. I am showing that I have spades 10 here. But I'm showing that player 3 should have spades 5. Is that bothering you that I'm saying it that way? Clubs, that should be a king, I think. And then that one should have a 2 of spades. I don't know why we're all displaying something different. I'm going to pause here, though. Well, actually, we're going to stop this, and you'll have to find out in part 9. See you then.